Hello, hello. So, I wanted to show you how I menu plan. It's not anything elaborate and it's not anything rigid or anything that I could really stick to sometimes. Sometimes I fill in as I go because I just can't think a week ahead for meals, and then sometimes I can. So, that's how I roll. Okay. So this is, I've added stickers to it, but this is one of those moleskin books. I had gotten this free. Well, I can't say free, but the seasonal subscription to FabFitFun. So this was actually the winter one. Yes, the one that came around Christmas time to start the new year off. Um, but because I already have a calendar journal that I kind of keep my to-do lists and, mark my events and stuff like that, I was like, what am I going to use this moleskin for? And it's really nice. I like it. It's a note sheet on one side and then the weekly calendar on the other side. And that's when I was like, oh, I could use it for meal planning because I haven't really found anything that I really like since I don't really do anything completely elaborate. And the only thing I meal plan for is dinner. That's what I cook the most. Breakfast and lunch, it's like, good luck, guys. You're on your own. So I did put little stickers on it. These are stickers that my kids had made over the years. Well, they're grown now, but this is how I meal plan. So this is one of the weeks in January. On the notepad side, I wrote freezer and what I had in the freezer as far as meats go. Some carbs, but mostly meats. And then I would write ideas, meal ideas on the bottom, just to give me some ideas of what meals we could do with that meat and whatever I have in the pantry. And then I kind of go over it with my husband and kids. Would you like this? Would you like that? Would you like that? So then I would fill it in on the weekdays. And I take into account what's going on. So like Wednesday, my kids had friends over, so we did Jet's Pizza. And of course, like this day was a swim meet, so basically leftovers. So I take into the account of that stuff. So that was January. And then, let me go back. As I use up the ingredients or the meal idea, I cross it out in red pen. And I love color. I have a whole stash of colored pencils, colored pens, and markers. So I'm a very colorful person. I like that stuff. So that's how I do it. Freezer, meal ideas. So now we're going to go to today. Where are they? As you can see, sometimes I didn't cross anything out. Sometimes I wrote what I had in the pantry, as far as carbohydrates go with the meat. And then sometimes I wrote some stuff I had to do and I put a little box, and as I did it, make a check mark. And I think there's a couple of weeks that are like that. Yeah, see, like make chicken pot pies and make the pie crust, check. And then here, I don't know what happened. Here, there's a lot of switching over. Switch over, okay. Switch over, ended up having a swim party and, just transfer over to the next day and do little switcheroos. So that's how I do my meal planning. So what I do now is, this is this week, and I was being lazy. I try to do it on Sunday, and I really was not able to, but that's what I would do. I would sit down, and then I would see the week before what I still have in my freezer. And, of course, if I shop, I add that to it. But that's what I had before, so now I have to transfer it over to this week. This is the current week, April. It actually happens to be April, Thursday the 20th. And then, as you see, I wasn't really consistent, and I will do that now, but this is the week so far that we had. My husband bought Chinese food yesterday for us. he knew I was tired and, I hadn't made any prep meals for him. Tuesday, we had some leftovers, and we do have swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so they have to usually be easy meals. But I happen to be off Thursday, so I'm actually going to go. The kids had requested it, skillet lasagna. And as I look in my week before, I don't have any ground beef, so I'm going to go get that. And I was looking at some other stuff that I might make this week for next week, because this week is almost over. Then, like on Friday, my sons, the twins, Michael and Matthew, they work. So it's just me and my husband and the little guy, Sean. And Michael doesn't like fish, so I actually happen to have a baked Cajun fish freezer meal in there. So we might just have that tonight. I mean, not tonight, Friday, without the twins, because that's not their favorite dish. And then I'll work on Saturday and Sunday. No big plans this weekend, so I'm able to cook and prep and all that other stuff. And then Monday, my husband, there was some crispy chicken strips, Tyson, in the freezer with a bag of French fries, and he quickly made that for Monday because I hadn't prepped anything. Shame on me. So that's how I do that. So I'm actually going to fill this part in, come up with some ideas, and then I'll show you. So I filled in the freezer section of it. As you can see, baked Cajun fish. I still have 1 pan steak, 2 packages of chicken thighs, a package of cod fillets, 2 bags of gyoza, which are pork Asian dumplings, some chicken meatballs, 1 chub of breakfast sausage meat, and some bangers, which I bought around St. Patrick's Day, and we haven't eaten them. We would probably eat them for breakfast, but traditional Irish dish is bangers and mash, and I really want to do that one day, and I just haven't. The gyoza, I'm waiting for me to have some leftover white rice so I can make some Chinese fried rice again, and then we have the gyoza with that. And the chicken meatballs I kind of take to work with me, so that's not anything that we would be eating for dinner. And the breakfast sausage meat, the chub, down here in the South, I learned that they make sausage balls, which is a really easy recipe. Paula Deen has an online recipe to follow. It's basically like Bisquick, shredded cheddar, and this breakfast sausage meat, and you mix it all together, and you form like balls and put them on a pan and bake them. Completely not good for you, but very tasty, and complete breakfast. You have your Bisquick mix, so your biscuit, and your sausage, and that's exactly what it tastes like. You taste the biscuit and you taste the sausage. So those are fun, but haven't made it yet. For my family of 5, with 4 of us being male, I need 2 chubs, and I haven't picked it up yet, so I will do that. But as far as the other ingredients, we're going to do the baked Cajun fish on Friday. So I will fill that in. And, I don't know when I'm going to do that 1 pan steak, but the 2 chicken thighs, I can actually, I have some hoisin sauce, which, teriyaki kind of tasting, just, richer. We like it, so I'm gonna marinate those chicken thighs with that, and we could either grill them one night or roast them in the oven, and that will be a good meal too, with something on the side. I gotta figure it out. So that's my project for today, trying to finish off this week and put some things together for next week. I'm actually gonna go to Costco right now, and I'm going to get some meats and start putting some meals together for next week, or at least have the meat, because I do have to work tomorrow, and then on Saturday or Sunday, prep it. So I'll get that all together for you when I do it. All right? I'm still tired. I'm still drinking my green tea, and I hope you have a great day, and ciao. Here I am. I'm still meal planning. And I pulled out one of the workshops that I did with Wild Train. I actually bought 2 kits, I guess you could say, freezer cooking kits, and they have so many. I want them all. I want to collect them. Great, easy recipes to stick in your freezer. Some are grilled, some are roast, some are crock pot. But this one I hadn't done, but not everything my kids would eat. And of course, the spices that I have for those recipes they won't eat, I could always use them for something else. But I was looking at the perfect roast chicken, and the chicken thighs that I have in my freezer, I could do that with it. They always complain that the breasts, even when you roast it, come out dry. So they actually do like roasted chicken thighs. So I can always put these seasoning blends with my thighs. So that's another good meal idea. And I was thinking about picking up the pork tenderloin because that looks good, lemon rosemary pork tenderloin. So I was going to try that. And they do love burritos. So this one uses a beef chuck roast. I was thinking about getting that at Costco's, making a slow cooker shredded beef burrito. I have the diced green chilies and I have the diced tomatoes with the green chilies in my pantry. So I could do that one day. That'll be really good with wraps and, you know, the condiments that go on the side. So I think the kids would have fun with that one. Hopefully it's not too spicy. And then on the other side, this one was good too. Lemon rosemary chicken and sun-dried tomato orzo. They're not crazy about sun-dried tomato, but that looks like a nice meal idea to put together. And it's made with the boneless, skinless chicken breast and lemon rosemary. So that'll taste great as just grilled chicken. They won't eat the mushrooms, so I'm going to have to minus them. But I could either make it like this or just do the chicken breast with the lemon rosemary seasoning and grill them and call it a day. So that was another idea that I might want to put together. And then here's another one. Italian meatloaf with marinara sauce. Is probably going to taste like a giant meatball, but that might actually be good with a side of pasta. So if I do pick up some ground beef, that's an option I might want to put together for a freezer meal. And then this one looked good too. Chicken burgers, Southwest chicken burgers. Although I'm not buying the ground chicken, but that's something I might want to keep in mind. You know what? Or maybe I will buy the ground chicken and we could have that this weekend. I think it's supposed to be a nice weekend, and we could grill some burgers and give that a try because we definitely enjoyed the gourmet burgers that we made the other night. Last weekend, I believe it was, or maybe the weekend before, but that was a lot of fun trying different. So maybe the Southwest chicken burgers might be good. Or I could just stick it in beef. Maybe I'll do that. Southwest beef burgers. That'll be good. So I think I'm going to buy a big package of ground beef from Costco's. So then what I do is I add it to my Alexa. Could you add, Alexa, add ground beef to the shopping list?
I added ground beef to your shopping list.
Thank you, girl. She rocks. I love her. The only other female in the house, you know, it's just me and her. We got this special connection. But anyway, that's what I am working on today. And I do enjoy it. So I don't mind spending my day off prepping food for my kids and my family. So have a good day, and I'll see you later. Hello, I'm back. So here is my Costco and Sprouts. I ended up going to Sprouts haul today. So let me start over here actually. I bought this, not the best thing in the world, garlic chicken from Bird's Eye. We've had it before a long time ago, but it's something that I could keep in the freezer and that my husband can actually make a quick dinner on those busy nights. So I always have to be conscious about having stuff in the freezer for him to put together that doesn't require a lot of time because softball season's here and he umpires. So now he's running out the door and he can't prep a lengthy prep anymore. So this was a quick meal, and then we saw this one we had before. This one I'm going to try is Bertolli chicken primavera, white meat, chicken pasta, and vegetables in marinara sauce. We love Italian food in here, so I think that might be a good meal for us. We do notice that sometimes they don't put enough chicken, so of course if we have any leftover grilled chicken, we'll throw that in. But this might be another family favorite for the quick meal nights that my husband can actually accomplish. Then got the baguettes. They're long, but we love them. Again, you got to eat them the day of, so we're going to have them today. And then I bought the burger buns so that I mentioned in that little meal planning bit that we're going to try to make some kind of gourmet burgers again, probably Southwestern or Italian again. That was a good one. But I saw in Sprouts they had burgers that were already made with, they called it cowboy burgers. So it was shredded cheddar, bacon, jalapenos, and onions. And although my kids won't eat the jalapenos and the onions, they do love cheddar and bacon. So that might be something that we could do too. But one night this weekend, because it's going to be nice, we'll do the gourmet burgers. And then they were sampling frozen meatballs with the very teriyaki from Soyve. I've had this before a long time ago. My mother-in-law used to marinate pork tenderloins and then grill them, marinate them in the teriyaki. And chicken always tastes good marinated with that. So I was like, you know what, let me pick this up because it was a nice deal with the 2 bottles. And we definitely will use it to add a little more variation to our meals. And then I also got the torta or the ciabatta rolls, they call them. We love them. The boys can eat them for breakfasts. My husband can make sandwiches for lunch. So that's that. And then, you know, with all the stuff that's been going on my one day off, I'm like, you know what, even though I plan to make skillet lasagna tonight, I was like, F that. I said, I'm going to pick up a rotisserie chicken, $4.99. It's been a while since we've had one of these. They're so juicy and so delicious. So, and it's actually still warm. So we're going to just do that tonight for dinner because I am tired. And along with that, I saw this tortellini pasta salad that has tortellini, salami, black olives, and little mozzarella balls. And some tomatoes too, I think. So that's what's for dinner tonight with the baguette. There you go. Meal. Nice. And then here's our Sprouts. So Sprouts, I got some unsalted roasted cashews to put in my cashew jar. My husband eats these a lot. They're good snacks. Got a bag of Sprouts macaroni. This Italian pasta I do like, so I got the rigatoni, which we like this pasta, and we also like Desico, but Desico's expensive for a family of 5, and sometimes hard to find. But the rigatoni, this one's pretty good, the Del Verde, and I make the alla vodka sauce with that. So we have that one night, and then this one haven't had in a while. I can't even pronounce that. Tortiglioni, something like that. But anyway, it's like the curly elbow noodles. It's like they didn't cut them enough to make the small macaroni elbow. So spirally, do that with some dish one night. Who knows? Then they had 6 for $1. Husk. Sorry. Not Southern, but husk your own corn. So they look good. I picked that up. And some Yukon Gold potatoes that we could roast. And then I got the meats. So I got the meat at Sprouts instead of Costco today because it actually was cheaper. So they had chuck roast on sale. So I bought that chuck roast to make the crock pot shredded beef burritos one night. So I'm going to season that up and have it frozen for my husband to throw in a crock pot one night. And then I have ground beef. Ground beef was on sale, so I'm going to prep some for burgers. I'm going to leave some to do like a lasagna or a skillet lasagna. And then in that Wild Tree freezer cooking thing, one of them was like an Italian meatloaf, and I might do one for the Italian meatloaf. So a couple meals there. And then I bought some chicken tenderloins. The chicken tenderloins I'm going to probably make chicken parm out of. And, you know, family of 5 male, I might need to make both of them chicken parm. And of course, they freeze well and they reheat well too. So this can probably make 2 dinners for my family. So I'm going to set all that up. And that's it. That is it for today. And the only other thing I didn't show you was my Petco haul of cat food. But other than that, I'm really excited about having this for dinner. And I'm going to put all this away and prep my meats. So hope you have a good day. Tomorrow's Friday, y'all. So yeah. Talk to you later. Ciao.